The Supreme Court judgment over the 14 months PDP crisis in Nigeria has generated a lot of arguments, debate in the public space. And that will be the focus of this segment today on Insight. Coming from that judgment, so many reactions from the PDP, from the persons who are either PDP or APC, and also from the APC. What's the way forward with this development? Let me take off this way. Some Nigerians say that judgment has changed the Nigerian political landscape and will reshape the permutations ahead of the 2019 elections. The other one said the judgment immediately electrified the political space, with party chieftains affirming the readiness of the party, that is the PDP, to play its role as the country's major opposition party. The APC, speaking through its National Publicity Secretary, Bolaji Abdullahi, says the party, for us, that judgment has no implication. It has no meaning for us. But looking at the pros cons, Nigerians, APC, PDP, put it generally, described it as a good judgment, and the contending parties have been sufficiently tamed and will not create any further division. That will be what we'll be looking at. The political space in Nigeria today, coming from the judgment passed by the Supreme Court over the 14 months lingering PDP crisis. My guests on set, I have Shehu Musa Gabam. Shehu Musa Gabam is a former chief of staff to Governor Issa Yuguda and founding member of the People's Democratic Party, G7. Is the PDP chieftain. Welcome to Insight.
A great pleasure, thank you.
I also have with me Chukwudi Enekwechi, All Progressive Congress chieftain and a member of the APC presidential campaign team that delivered APC at the national level. Thanks for joining on Insight.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, what played out from the Supreme Court over the listing? It has really rejected the entire argument, because before it was as if opposition was killed, PDP being the major opposition in the country. There was this visible silence because everybody appeared, oh, I don't know where I belong. So let me start with you, because it's about you now that this argument is starting. What do you make of that judgment?
Well, that is the beauty of democracy, first and foremost, and crisis strengthening institutions. And our 14 months crisis as a party have strengthened us, have opened our minds, have enlarged our scheme of doing things, our interactions. Where we made mistakes, we have identified such things. We went into actions immediately after we lost the election to identify why we lost such elections. Committees were constituted, some of them headed by the current Deputy Senate President, who went around the country and conducted opinion polls on why we lost elections. And we also had a national conference where we had discussions, we ventilated our anger, our frustrations, and trading blames, those that are responsible for such things. And so we immediately went into action, acknowledging the fact that we considered willingly, we didn't go to court. We have every facts to go to court. We know where the elections were rigged and so on and so forth. But we said, look, the nation first. We are grateful to Nigerians for giving us the opportunity to preside over for 16 years. And therefore, there's no need to create any havoc or instability to the citizens who have entrusted us for 16 years. And let us give them the benefit of doubt for saying that, look, we want a new change. Okay. And we said we will support the new change. Perhaps we will tap from our experience where we made mistakes, okay, and see how the government can go forward.
Now, from the judgment, I listened copiously to former Senate President and a leader of minority group at the Senate, Gospel Akpabio, and the change with the change with the judgment now. They have now come up with a new slogan: "Change the change." So how is APC looking at it?
Well,
it's now change the change.
For me, the Supreme Court judgment of the PDP yesterday is just is their family affair, is their business. It has nothing to do with APC. We are not jittery about it, because PDP, as our National Public Secretary rightly said, does not constitute a threat. PDP is of the past, and the PDP will remain position perpetually. Because they betray the sacred trust of Nigerians. They betray the trust of governing the country. They fail to provide security. They fail to make the economy work. A lot of Nigerians were unemployed. I remember unemployed based on PDP governance over the period of 16 years.
Now they had crisis. Now by following due process, they went to court, and that crisis by the judgment from all intent and purpose have been resolved. Do you think they are still divided? Don't you think they will consolidate and give APC a good fight?
I do not think so, because APC administration under President Muhammadu Buhari is already fulfilling its obligations to the country.
Okay.
Look at the diversification of the nation's economy. Today, you will hear about exportation of yam, you will hear about sufficiency in rice production, you will hear about security in the northeast, you will hear about security across the country. So, for the first time, Nigerians are beginning to witness governance as it should be.
Okay.
And this is what PDP failed over the period of 16 years, that they held the sacred trust for Nigerians.
Okay, beautiful. We have set the tone now.
Yes.
Like you said that you had crisis, you have identified it, it has been resolved.
Yes.
Now, a lot of persons reason that the APC had a field day when PDP was in crisis. Because even in the game theory, when your enemy is divided, you capitalize on the division to penetrate. Now, you have settled now, and APC says they have gained a lot of grounds. Do you think you guys will find it easy to grapple with them?
A party that couldn't conduct a convention to elect its principal officers since they won elections. The Bola Abdullah you are talking about is the product of PDP. We brought him from where he is as a young man to where he becomes. Most of them that are making noise in the APC today are product of PDP. Number two, I don't know where he's generating his statistics from.
Okay.
It appears that he is not quite conversant with the political development of the country. We inherited a country that is almost reaching a zero economy. We inherited a country where there's no communication. We inherited a country where there are no roads, there's no water. And we transformed the country. If you know the GDP of the country when President Obasanjo took over, he wouldn't have said what he is saying right now. And number two, I think he cannot claim to know APC more than me, and I know President Buhari too well, and I know his integrity and so on and so forth. But that's not, integrity do not transform into reality, do not transform into good governance. There are a lot of things to it. There are a lot of things in governance. We acknowledge where we went wrong as a party, but you cannot beat us where we did excellently well. So for me, debate in politics is normal. I have no any worry about it, but let it be objective, let it be real. But don't generate statistics that have never existed anywhere, and you can't stand on it and talk about it. PDP has a brand, has a name anywhere. Yes, as a human being, no human being is perfect, no nation is perfect, no administration is perfect. You cannot rate PDP as a government that have not performed for 16 years. We brought stability, we brought leadership, we brought training, we brought professionalism into the system. We generated economy, one of the biggest economy in Africa, and as certified by the world institutions, financial institutions of the world. So I think they should go back and learn where we made mistake from. We have generated, we have brought in a lot of intellectuals. They would have tapped in and learned from it. But a party that couldn't conduct a convention is still working under a caretaker administration, cannot call a PDP that is intact, has been fighting in between, plotted by the APC to destroy the PDP, will survive it, and still say that PDP is not relevant. I think that is highly unskillful. And
okay, what's your opinion about playing by the rules by the political parties? Now, I'm not looking at PDP, APC now.
Yes.
As a politician,
yes,
the rules are clear. What will you say is your stand by political parties playing by the rules?
It's a natural course of things that every institution, whether political party or non-political party, should play by the rules. And the APC, as you know, is a party that recognizes rule of law, because that is what this administration upholds. So I think the question you ask will answer itself.
Okay.
Playing by the rules is the natural course of things.
Okay. One thing that brought about the crisis in PDP, which I would say APC capitalized on to really move on, is not playing by the rules. Do you think you have learned a lot from this?
Look, let me say this.
Okay.
It appears a lot of Nigerians are coming from diaspora when PDP was in government, because that's the only way certain points can be raised that are meaningless.
Okay.
He mentioned an issue of railway. The statistics are there. The times and what have you, the level that it has reached was also there in the handing over notes. Let them publish the handing over notes. If they are challenging what PDP have done, we challenge them to publish the handing over notes.
Okay.
Number two, the judgment you are talking about, rescue APC as a party as well. The judgment wasn't just for PDP, it was for all political parties. Because what the Court of Appeal tried to do was to undermine the power of convention and the power of a political party to hire and fire at his own convenience. When a member is erring or going against the rule of the party, the power of the NEC and the convention is to change him, and no court can stop that. The Supreme Court have done that judgment before, but the Court of Appeal wanted to distort it simply because of the politics and interplay of the politics. So what the Supreme Court did was to enhance the capacity, the independence, the supremacy of a party and the party convention, which covers the entire political party. There will be no rascal anywhere that will be in any political party to challenge the power of that party to conduct its own affairs at a convention or to summon convention at its own will. Okay. So that should be clear, and that he should get it very right.
Let's leave the parties now. Let's look at party politics in Nigeria. Part of the problem political parties have in Nigeria is this issue of inter-party politicking, internal democracy, inter-party arrangement. Is it possible that APC could fall into the mess PDP fell into before they got judgment now? Is it possible?
How can they fall into that kind
if you don't recognize? Because, for instance, let me give you an example.
Yes.
The Shehu case is very, very fresh, where Nigerians are aware that because of apparent imposition of a candidate, PDP won the election. Because of imposition. I'm talking about political party imposing candidate. If you don't respect internal democracy, is it possible APC could have the same problem?
I can assure you that APC is a party that observes rule of law. APC does not believe in impunity, like PDP.
Okay.
The major problem Nigeria has been facing over the last 2 decades, 16 years, has been the impunity and corruption that bedevil the system under PDP. But now,
if that creeps into APC, will APC fall into the same mess?
Well, you are asking me a hypothetical question.
Okay.
And hypothetical questions, they are now not here nor there. Okay. So we wait when we get to the bridge.
You cross it. All right, let's move on now. Yeah. I've enjoyed the discussion. Yeah. You are PDP.
Yes.
He's APC.
Yes.
Now, if you don't play by the rules, whether we like it or not, like the opinion poll is that the PDP must have learned its lesson with a very bitter pill.
Absolutely.
And now, still on you.
Yes.
So many persons left PDP in droves to APC. And PDP being an experienced party, I imagine they will come up with a strategy. How do we win back the members we lost? And by chance they play a good one, and most of the guys who left PDP for APC decide to revert. What will APC do?
Please, it's not possible, because first of all, these people are change agents. Okay. They have realized their mistakes in the past under PDP, and they have joined the new party to make Nigeria worthy of living, to improve the lives of the ordinary man. In fact, I can say that APC has an ideology, and that ideology is a mix of what the poor wants and what the rich wants. So it has a middle ground. So APC is providing all of this in order to stabilize the country and make everybody productive, and the system working for all of us.
I believe we are getting somewhere now. In as much as we don't have all the time, but within the time we'll try to get this right. Now, as a PDP chieftain, Nigerians are happy. In short, one judgment that has been so popular recently is this one, because you could see the reactions, even the APC. They are happy that this thing got this way. Let there be a direction. And a matured mind in government today will say, yes, we now have our opposition fortified.
Yeah.
Because opposition, you need opposition to get things right.
Definitely.
Now, what message will you tell Nigerians? Imagine you're going to tell Nigerians, look, we are back. We want to get back on our foot? What will we tell Nigerians? Let's leave hitting APC now, or APC hitting. Talking to Nigerians now that the case has been settled.
First, let me tell Nigerians this message. In 1998, the progressive elements... Yes, patriotic Nigeria progressive element, who bolt out of Abacha administration, decided to call their like minds and form a political movement that can bring in democracy into Bear. PDP championed the cause of bringing democracy to Nigeria. Number two, we came into governance with a lot of challenges. We overcome those challenges. We stabilized the country as one of the best democracy by example. And number three, we lost election. We went into reason why we lost election. We were remorseful why we went wrong. We were remorseful by imposition, rascality, and impunity. We admitted that. In lack of internal party democracy was in PDP. That was the reason why we had protest votes against our own party by our own members. It's PDP that brought in APC into governance by protest votes. Okay. Number three, they should know that we have learned our bitter mistakes. We have swallowed the bitter pills, so we are prepared to bring in decency, responsibility in governance. Okay. Once again.
Okay, thank you very much. So talk to Nigerians now. Now that PDP is settled, it's possible that they are going to regroup to give APC a good fight. What will you tell Nigerians to be convinced that they have no business looking the other way anymore?
Thank you. What he has described as a movement, as so far is stagnant. It's not moving because, and it's not possible it can move, because this government, which President Muhammad Buhari is leading, is trying to rid Nigeria of corruption, which PDP bequeathed to Nigeria. He's trying to rid Nigeria of insecurity, infrastructural deficit, provide employment, diversify the economy, and you can't achieve this within 2 years. Already, Nigerians have acknowledged that a lot has been achieved. But going forward, APC, I believe, I'm not the spokesman, but I believe the APC administration will continue to champion the cause of the ordinary Nigerian. And PDP, to me, remains a party for the big wigs. They settle down on the table and share the money.
Okay. Well,
they are shareholders as well.
Okay, beautiful.
The APC are shareholders in PDP. They are part of PDP.
Let's say this. PDP, APC, we're talking about one Nigeria.
Yes.
Let's exhibit one Nigeria.
Yes.
Let's exhibit it. Let's have a handshake. Of course. Okay. Ultimately, the point remains that we can't take it out. That a government in power must acknowledge opposition. And when opposition speaks, you listen to it. So, moving forward, what word of reassurance will you give to Nigeria? Let's leave party politics now. Assure Nigeria.
Well, I believe that we are one. I believe we are brothers and sisters, and our major objective should be the interest of the common man. Okay. I, for one, as a loyal party member in APC, believe that my party is determined to deliver democracy dividends to Nigerians. But PDP, I pray that they remain in the opposition and learn from what we are doing.
Thank you very much. Last word.
My last word is that we considered power willingly. We didn't go to court because we believe in Nigeria. We have only one country. Okay. And I want to assure the current government we are ready to support, to give them all the necessary support because they are in power, they are elected. We are not going to do anything that will be detrimental to the government and the people of Nigeria. Okay. We are a disciplined government, we are a disciplined party.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'll be speaking with Shehu Musa Gabam, former Chief of Staff to Governor Issa Yugura, a founding member of PDP G7. It was nice talking with you.
Great pleasure. Thank you.
And also an APC chieftain and member of the APC presidential campaign team, council then, Chukwudi Enekwechi. It was nice talking with you. Please, a last handshake, please.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We will come back to PDP. Give it 2 months.